Okay. Just double checking that this is going. All right, cool. All right, so I'll just recap for the recording since we started 30 seconds in. Basically, you had a scout and a soldier take a fight on this side of the point when the rest of your team was rotating over this way. So by not rotating and playing together, these players are isolating themselves. If you had all 6 players rotating through here, then you're able to push these 3 players that are isolated here. And hopefully you're able to get those kills, and then you can just back up into their choke, and the other 3 players will try to kill your medic, since ideally you've killed their medic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So notice that this happened again just now. Let me actually turn on this. So your soldier just bombed in when your team was in the death corner. Yes, you want to bomb as soldier on this map, but the timing for when you do it has to be when your team is able to follow up. If your team is in this corner, well, they're not really going to be able to follow up because maybe they could walk through here, but a demo can just spam stickies and it's not great. And then otherwise, there's not really anything that they can do. So just keep rotating. Once you get to their choke, then you can decide if you want to bomb. But I would also say bombing when you're already down a soldier is kind of risky, because now you're putting your team down too, and they have to try to get out, which is going to be very difficult. You guys are playing this well, though, as well as you can. For you in particular, heal your scouts there. They're way more important than healing your demo. Because your scouts are your lifeline. Like, both your scouts just died, so now there's 100% no chance you're getting out here. If you had a scout, like, maybe you would have been able to Uber him and run away. Or at the very least, like, even kill their med. It's actually 20 ads somehow. Yeah, now you just kind of gotta run for your life. I don't think you're escaping here because you don't have a scout. Alright, their medic drops, so that's kind of silver lining of it all. You got lucky there. Alright, now it's just like slow down, like don't feed here. Everyone needs to survive. You hold second, and since both meds died at the same time, you can stalemate. This is way too aggressive. So the strategy for the other team is that scout spotted you, so they know you're here. Like, you're not hiding anymore. So the strategy for the other team is just to buff 2 soldiers and 2 scouts and have all of them just jump in here and pounce on whoever's close, and then you're giving them a player ad so they can send a double sack into you. Realistically, when you're holding IT as roamer, you want to be kind of passive, like up in this area. And then you can have a scout like lower IT spotting with you.
So about the double sack thing, would you say that doing a double sack is it's like less risky if you have one player ad?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so I
Because
know like the conditions for doing a double sack are like if you don't have Uber, then don't do it.
it's more of a you shouldn't sack at all if you don't have Uber.
Oh,
Um, or if like the other team doesn't have Uber, because then the only way you're getting something is if you actually kill the medic. Whereas if you wait for them to get Uber, you really only need to do like 100 damage and have the threat of them dropping, and they'll use. even if you wouldn't have gotten that rocket off, if they still use, that's still a successful sack. But if they don't have Uber, you just have to actually connect that last rocket. All right. Make sure you guys have someone watching IT. Notice that you didn't have someone watching IT, so this soldier got here for free. Like, he literally just waddled over because you had both soldiers going for buffs. You can have your flank going to get buffs, but make sure your roamer and your flank scout are coordinating, and at least one of them is watching it at all times. Yeah, and this guy gets the kill because of it. Like, you guys need to be communicating with each other and saying, like, if you're backing up. And then obviously the other flank player won't back up during that time. Alright, here the sack comes. That guy owns your soldier. And he gets the force. And all of that happened because that soldier was able to get a scout for free. It just opened more of a door. Alright. You guys send your counter sack. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to get much. So now you gotta play disad here. There's not really much you can do. Yeah, they're just gonna walk in at you. Careful not to get caught by their Uber here. Alright, you guys do good pressuring. Honestly, if I were them, I probably would have bombed the demo. But they don't do that, and you guys get the force. So this is actually really good. Now you're gonna have ad pushing into second. So now your whole team needs to be like, okay, everyone get buffs now, and we'll start pushing out. You guys are really passive. You don't need to be. You can be starting to take lobby. Like, this guy should be a free kill. He's all alone. If you had a scout here, you might have been able to kill him. All right, you just bomb through. This is fine. You got one kill. Be careful not to overchase. You got a second kill. This is great. Make sure you're getting cap time. You got a flank scout capping. These guys are overextending here. Just get second and then use your 2-player ad to push into mid. Like, don't go too fast. Like this is so fast. You're giving them the opportunity to push back into you. They don't even have Uber yet, so they're gonna get forward spawns and you're gonna be down your soldier.
We always forget about forward spawns.
Yeah, you always have to be aware of that. That soldier is oblivious. Alright, and then they use for whatever reason. And because you were so aggressive, it ended up being uncoordinated, and then your medic, you ended up alone. Somehow there's a back cap going on. This is kind of just chaos at this point.
Deranged individual.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, chaos in their situation was always going to be better there because they have Uber and you have a player capping. So you're just forcing yourself into a disadvantaged fight by taking that so quickly. Alright, they deny your scout and soldier. Your demo is very aggressive. You knew that they denied your scout and soldier. I guess this demo is a ringer, so I won't say much about him. But you knew that you're down 2, so the other team's gonna be pushing in here. And then you just lost two soldiers and you're about to lose another scout. And my question is, why? Getting a medic kill here in exchange for 4 players, basically, that's not worth it. Because they have 4 people that can just push into your last, and you only are going to have a scout and a soldier, or a scout and medic. So when you're trying to counter or to sack when they're walking in, like only one person can die. After your demo died, no one else can die here. Alright, that scout lives. Yeah, so they can start walking in here now because you don't have your soldiers. And then you guys aren't set up to kite the Uber. Alright, they mess up that push somehow. Does this medic live? Yes. I was going to say going for the medic there is probably fine because you might chance it, but your other scout was dead. So because of that, I would say don't go for it. Like, you have to be playing close to your medic.
Yeah, and now we're like 3 down when we're trying to cap second.
Exactly. Like, because you already had a scout dead, I don't know how the other scout died, but then the scout that chased the medic died as well. Then there's no chance that you're getting second. Imagine if you had a scout with you right now. Like, you'd be able to get a couple kills with your Uber. Don't overextend, demo. We're not pushing. Oh, your demo's gonna die here. Yeah, I don't know why your demo was peeking IT there. Oh, I don't know why you're going to peek IT there. If your demo says that he just died from a scout in IT, or he might have said like, oh, there's a scout behind me, and like maybe you knew he was in IT, don't walk over to IT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory, so I won't beat it in too hard. But I have noticed that happened a lot when we were reviewing yesterday too, where you were walking over to somewhere like by yourself to look for someone. Like, you might have seen the heal thing pop up on them and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go over and heal this person. 1, people should be coming to you, and 2, if you do have to go over to someone, make sure you have someone with you that's actually going in front of you. Like, have a scout going first there. So right now you have your soldier off-classing on heavy. I would recommend off-classing your scout. In fact, I think both of your scouts should probably be off-classing. Like, one of them can play engineer or sniper if you don't think you have enough time to build a gun, which you probably did if you had switched off right away, and the other one should be on heavy. The reason you want 2 soldiers is because you need a soldier over on these barrels in order to block 5. And then you need like a soldier watching like 1 and 2 or helping to spam lobby. Otherwise, it's just your demo, so they're just going to be able to bait stickies and then walk in. Like, realistically, scout's not going to do much during an Uber, but soldier, what they can do is jump and stuff another doorway. You can't contest doorways as scout. And another downside of having your soldiers switch to heavy is now when you're trying to like bomb the point and shoot people off of it, you're down a soldier basically. So it's not as effective. As medic, it's not your job to walk onto the point there. You pretty much have to like stay passive healing people.
Yeah. I always do that. I guess it's because I think like I'm at. Well, actually, what Uber was I at there?
I don't think you were very close
Uh,
because you were at like 20 at the beginning of the fight.
I always think like since I don't like have Uber, I can like play aggressive. Because like if anyone were to focus me, then that would be a waste of a focus.
Well, the problem was that you walked onto the point, which your teammates are also blocking. So they're not actually focusing you, they're just getting extra splash on you for free.
Oh, right.
I think generally you'd be correct, like that they shouldn't be focusing you in that situation, but you still want to play your life in a way that you're not forcing them to focus you.
Mm,
It's really just a mistake that they should be making on their own and not one that you force them to make.
right.
Okay, on this mid, this soldier like did a fast bomb, but then immediately like bombed out. I'm not really sure of that. If you are going to be doing a fast bomb, try to land on the high ground. You might have just messed up the jump. Um, but like what you're doing landing on the ground here is just putting yourself like you're at 100 health now at the start of the mid. Uh, Second thing I want to point out, look at their team's positioning compared to you guys. You guys are all kind of on low ground, they're all on high ground. It's going to be really difficult to fight into this unless your soldiers bomb, and one of your soldiers isn't going to be able to bomb for a second here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, they just spam you guys out. Oh, you guys are in sewer. Why are you over here? No.
I think I'm pretty much caught out here, right?
You should be, yes. Oh my god. Oh, that soldier could have hit that rocket on the med.
I had faith.
um, yeah, I'm not sure why you walked into sewer there. You were probably like hurt and trying to get a pack. But you just need to leave there when you're down that many players. Because putting yourself in sewer, that's giving them a clear way to cut you off. Or
Yeah.
like, if you do go in sewer or find yourself here for whatever reason, like try to get out as quickly as possible. Don't delay. Oh, where's the soldier coming from? That's unfortunate. Win it. Yeah, that one just happened because you guys didn't have any like high ground on mid. Your soldiers weren't able to bomb them off of high ground, and then you just got caught in sewer, so you had a late medic death, and they just kind of
Yeah.
rolled from there. I think even a scout was coming to try to save the medic, but it was already too late, and then I don't know if the scout died or not. How did you guys not lose there?
Oh, the scout, he died to bleed damage from his basher.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, you 100% should have lost there. Really common tactic on this map is going to be pushing 5 and trying to kill this soldier here, so you have to be ready for it. You basically can't look away from this doorway, or what just happened will continue to happen. You pretty much have to jump away, and then what your other soldier does is like a revolving door where then they bomb the doorway. And you'll get the force from that.
Hmm.
This scout, if you were on heavy, it would be a lot harder for them to walk at you. But now, like, you're an unbuffed scout. What are you gonna do? They force their Uber, or you force their Uber, you die anyway. If you're on heavy, like in the doorway, you can get a force on the Uber, but still live. You guys should try running engineer a lot more on last holds.
I think we didn't want to run one there because they already had second, like really quickly.
Yeah, then at the very least, run a heavy. Alright, you guys are going right. If you're going right, actually commit to this right area. Half your team is chilling in choke when half your team is trying to rotate. Your scouts should be like walking up on high ground as much as possible. If you had a scout closer over here, they'd actually be able to deny this soldier or kill him quickly. But since both your scouts are delaying in choke, it's going to be really hard, and this bomb is going to be pretty effective. Alright, unless he misses his shots. Alright, here's the follow-up bomb from the damage from the first bomb. And that all happened because you guys didn't rotate as a team. Like, you're just playing separately and not rotating together.
Our control point is being captured.
Alright, they have a player fast, but you notice him. That's really good. And you get the kill. They have Uber. You guys are taking this very aggressive when it's disad. They finally use. They should have used way earlier. But you shouldn't commit to them that hard when they have Uber. Like, you have to be aware it's disad and you spam them as much as you can. Maybe a soldier can bomb the med for a force, but that's really about it.
So pretty much this whole game was like a state of full disad. So when we're at full disad like that, do you think we should like be playing like away from where we think they're gonna come from, or like do you think we should just have one person try to force and then get out? I
So,
think
yeah, you always want to be playing in a way that their Uber is not going to be effective. Um, the question always comes in as where do you think they're going to push from? So where you want to play as your default is somewhere where you'll be able to kite no matter which doorway they come from. So the standard option is playing in heaven, because if they come 1, 2, or 3, well, you just walk through heaven and then play on the left side of your last. If they come 4 and 5, oh, whoops. If they come 4 or 5, you're just able to stay over here and spam them. Ideally, you'll have a soldier ready if they come 5 to bomb for the force. Like, try to be not committal, like don't land on them. But you can like maybe do a tiny fade on them, like get a rocket or two on the medic, or and then he'll force. But that's not always the most reliable. So what I like to do is have a sniper just holding in the left spawn doorway. You'll be able to spot them 5, or if they come 4, and if they don't use, well, you just shoot their medic and it's a drop.
hmm.
But that's why off classes are so important. Like if you have a heavy sniper, like heavy NG or sniper NG, it's just a lot harder for them to get in for free. And then your combo is set up in a way that they're still able to kite. Like, I don't think your demo has ever been in heaven with you guys. And like when you guys were trying to take this aggressive fight here, you were shooting like the people that were being healed. Just have your soldier shoot the medic. And then as soon as they use, just run away.
And don't die, right?
That's the ideal. Yeah, they have complete high ground control on these mids. You guys pretty much never got out of choke. That's something on your soldiers that they need to be doing. So your soldier that keeps fast bombing, like you need to be bombing to high ground or just not doing a fast bomb.
Okay, let me take this opportunity to say, I'm like making a note in the future here for Peener, who is our roamer soldier. Peener, stop doing the fast rollout if you're not going to commit on like something, or like at least like the high ground. Like, I get that you're a jumper, like you're tier 5, I get that you like doing that, but what's the point if you're going that fast and I can't heal you during the rollout like at all? You're not physically in my beam range, and if you're going to like go to mid and not do anything, you know? So
Yeah, I
just
mean,
take the safe route, Peener, please.
yeah, you'll see a lot of times when people do the fast rollout, they're trying to land on the demo and kill them or like steal the demo's health pack or something. Um, but like what is happening with your soldiers is like you're not doing either of those two things. So the question is like, why are you doing a fast rollout?
Exactly. Peener, I just want you to get to mid with at least 200 health.
Yeah.
At least 200.
But like since they're playing so aggressively on high ground, I'd recommend doing a slower rollout and then just have both your soldiers bomb high ground while both your scouts push across. Like just keep it simple. All right, and your demo is too slow to get out. You gotta run. Yeah, you can't defend this.
Alert has been added. Our control point is being captured.
No off classes again.
Time has been added.
There's no point on being on scout if like you're not even gonna be building anyway. Or I guess you have Uber, so it's not that important. Actually, with that said, I was thinking you guys didn't have Uber because of how passive you were playing. If you do have Uber, hold the doors. Like have your demo stand over here, have your medic stand over here. Like actually spam them and try to make them fight to get into lobby. Because right now they just walked in for free. And like I think your roamer died on the left here. I'm not sure. Thankfully, you have a sniper over here this time, though, so we'll see if he hits any shots. Yeah, but since your soldier died, I'm not sure to what, then they're just able to walk in here for free. Like, your demo needs to be rotating to that. I would say even your soldier should be rotating to try to stop them from just getting in for free. This is going to be very difficult. That's a good kill on that scout. Alright, you counter pop. This is really good. Just save players. Kill these people in heaven. Don't forget about the second soldier. No. Good surf. Let's fucking go.
Straight into the air.
Yeah.
Pencil surf.
This is perfect. Alright, and then your demo gets the kill. But now you guys got to get out fast and get some cap time. I don't know where that guy just died. Is this guy hiding? He is. Alright. Now you only have one pick. you can push into mid, but I would actually recommend just getting the Uber. It's a lot safer, and just play the ad. Yeah, then you get sniped. The problem with only having a scout pick is that they're able to spam the doorway really hard. Like not even thinking about the sniper at this point, but they're able to spam the doorway and make it really hard for you to walk in, and then you don't have an Uber, so like you can't walk through it at all. Ideally you would have had a soldier bomb to the forward spawn, because it's kind of safe to assume that they might have a sniper, or at the very least bomb to high ground and then pressure it. As the medic though, you need to like check or have it be known if someone's watching that or not. And if they're not, like, you can go through, but that's kind of on your team to be watching for that. This is a feed. You're already down a soldier. You can't die here. You guys need to leave. I don't know why you guys stayed. You're already down 2. You don't have heals. You're just going to die there.
Would you say that we should have left immediately after I died?
There's 2 lines of thought behind it. The first one is to have everyone go forward and commit on their med, which I think that could have been a fair option. The second option is just to, immediately leave and then set up for a better sack on second. Like if you still had 2 players up, there's the potential that they would have been slower to get into second, and then your soldier would have been able to bomb as they walk in. But now you can't really do anything. Let's go. You guys have an NG. Alright, you're putting your gun there, which that's fine. But I'd recommend upgrading it over here once it's level 3, then you can move it. Because now it's just level 1, so it's not really doing much. Alright, and then your demo's not set up for disad. Playing on the floor here isn't great. Like I know I've said it before, but even if they weren't playing high ground consistently, like as a soldier, it's just so much better if you're on high ground. Yeah, like notice you bombed from the floor but just got owned. This scout is doing the right thing, trying to follow up on your soldier bombs. Like it looks like you guys had a really good idea on this mid. But your second scout, your demo, and your heals, you guys need to be following up more aggressively with your bomb. If you're trying to go into them while they're in the corner, actually commit on them. Because if you're slow, your soldiers can deal damage, but you're not going to be following up on it. Like they have 2 players out of the fight right now. If you guys commit, you can kill these 3 players here. The focus fires just need to be there. Alright, now you need to leave. They ran crits. Sneaky. So the thing about if you're having both your soldiers bomb to get kills, or like if they bomb in and both die, what you need to do, you either need to get kills fast to make it even, or you need to leave. What happened there is both your soldiers died and you only got 1 kill out of it. So what you needed your scouts to focus fire, get another kill, and then it's a 4v4. You can take that fight. But since you guys backed up, it's given them time to heal. The temporary advantage from your soldier bombs went away, and that's when you have to start thinking about leaving. Like, someone on the team can literally be calling, like, get a kill or leave. And then if like 5 seconds passes or something and you don't get a kill, or like you see them walking towards you, just say leave. Your sniper is really aggressive here. I'm not sure what you were doing over here, like trying to spot that, but you can spot the sight line like from all the way back here. It's just as safe. Oh, unlucky. That was a really late death. You got to be careful about that. I'm not sure if you were trying to counter sack or what was going on, but it was really rough. All right, now just rotate through spawn and go left. But the rest of your team died somehow.
So sad.
Yeah. So the primary theme I noticed on that one was definitely the mids. You guys didn't have high ground really ever on them. The last mid was actually, I think, your best mid, even though you still lost it. Your soldiers both bombed. You did like decent damage on them. Your scouts, if they focus, they can definitely clean up there. But it just wasn't like coordinated enough. You guys just didn't commit hard enough after your soldiers bombed.
Yeah. I think one of our problems is that we're just really bad at rotational maps with rotational mids. This is all really good info, though.
So there's actually a secret mid on process. And it's not really a secret. All right, my binds work this time. It's the secret across mid.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned something about that.
Yeah. I think the across mid would actually be something you guys should try out. It's just where like you just kind of vibe on your side, and then there's 2 things, or really 3 things you can do. If you see them going into a corner, that's when you can choose to bomb onto them and have everyone commit. Like your scout sees their demo going left, or like your demo who's playing in this area doesn't see the demo here, so you know that they're going left. So say like, all right, we're gonna meet them in 3 seconds or something. Your demo is just gonna like walk through here, spam. You'll have your medic kind of push through here with heals, and then like your scouts can kind of try to push across while your soldiers bomb. Or you can choose like just to rotate. Like if you've found you're playing across and it's not working, well, you can vibe here for a second and then everyone cross together, kind of just looking at them. And this way it'll be more aligned. Like there'll be a call like start rotating now. So then everyone on your team will be rotating at the same time. You won't have the situation like where your medic and your demo will be over there where your scouts are over here. It'll just be more clear. If you guys are doing that rotation though, after playing across, it'll be slower. So your soldiers, like, you'll be playing a little more passive, you'll bomb up to over here. You're not actually gonna commit, just spam them. And then if you see that they're playing across, well, you can just try to like take the high ground, bully them off, like, and then spam them out, which is kind of what they were doing to you.
Yeah.
And if you're really feeling it, because I know that your scouts are pretty good, just run both scouts across the point and mulch them.
So what are the conditions for doing that?
I wouldn't really say there are any conditions.
So it wouldn't be better if like, so you can just do that like whenever.
It's more of something you'd want to do as like a surprise, because it's kind of easily countered by like their demo just spamming the point, and like, or like a soldier like landing here shooting the point. If they know that you're doing that every mid, then they'll play to stop it. But like, if it's like the first mid of a match or something, or like you've lost a couple mids, like maybe it's something you could try out. Just make sure your soldiers, since both your scouts are going to be walking across on low ground, make sure your soldiers are making sure that no one's up here. Like, that's what you're going to be bombing.
I see.
Yeah. And then a lot of your mid fights, they were going longer, so people were dying late. You have to make sure that your spawners, when they're rolling out, that they don't die a second time. Like, it's kind of difficult, but you have to try your best to save your people that are still in, but there's a point where they're too far gone and there's not much you can do. In which case you just need to play to live. Because that was kind of what was happening. And at the beginning, before I started recording, you were saying that it felt like you were down like 2 players when they were pushing into last every time. I think what was actually happening was you were losing one person. Like, you were dying late on mid, like 3 people, and then like you'd lose like a scout here, for example, or like a soldier, and then they're able to take that one pick and walk it 5 and then shoot your soldier that's alone here, and then that's when you're down 2 and they're basically up here before they even have to use.
Yeah.
But I think that that's like everything I noticed.
Okay. So how are you gonna get this recording to me?
I'll just upload it to like YouTube or something.
Oh, okay. So I do have a couple more questions.
Sure.
The first one, I guess this is the only one, is about the Kritzkrieg. So, the Kritzkrieg, I know that
One
when you
second, I'll be
flash.
right back.
Oh, okay. No.
Scout is calling. Listen up. This is big.
Hello?
You back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. I got a knock at my door. And
Wait, so if you were going to your door, how were you shooting the gun? Is there a ghost
I
in your
put
house?
my headphones down on my mouse,
Oh,
and it was just holding down the left click.
you killed yourself with a Boston
Did I
basher.
really?
Yeah, at Al
That's
Qaeda.
funny. Yeah, I got a delivery and the person knocked on my door very aggressively and I was not expecting it.
Uh,
Okay, anyway, what were we talking about?
I had a question about the Kritzkrieg.
Right.
So the Kritzkrieg, I know that with stock Uber, when you flash someone, that's a minus half a second to the Uber. But with the Kritzkrieg, is that the same? Do you lose any crits if you flash, like decide to switch targets?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Oh, so what if I I think when you like use as a medic when you have Uber and you use on yourself like without a target, you also lose the Uber faster. Um, is that also the same for crits?
If it is, I don't know. I didn't know that that was a mechanic.
I think it is. I've never heard it from anyone, but I was um like checking it out one time in like a TR walkway, and I noticed that if you don't Uber someone, your Uber runs out faster. I think.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm. Okay, I think that's all I had. That's all the questions I had.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll upload this over to YouTube and then if you want you can send it to your team.
Yeah. All
Uh
right.
Otherwise that's everything.
Yeah. That's all the demos I had. I'll really try to, use this information to get our team ready for playoffs. Um, yeah. Okay. I'll be hopping off.
All right, I will as well. You have a great day.
You too.